Hello, everyone, and welcome. Uh, you might have been a little bit intrigued by the title of this new series that I'm going to be doing this year. I have announced that I'm going to be focusing on learning some upcycling techniques, and I will be doing a video on that the last Wednesday of every month. And this the last Wednesday of this month, I'm going to be attempting to make a tote out of some recycled t-shirt material. So don't forget to watch those, because you'll be, if you don't know how to do it, you'll be learning along with me, because I've not done a lot of recycling myself. But the other thing I want to work on this year, and it's very important to me because as the years go by and you learn something, you get better at it, and you seem to make your projects more complicated, more involved, more and more and more elements, larger, and you just overwhelm yourself. And it's getting in life where I'm kind of feeling like that about my own projects. So I thought, okay, this is the year to slow down and go back to some basics and go back to the design part that I really love. To do that, I've decided to do this minimalism in creating slow stitch pieces with 7 elements or less. Now, for me, that's hard because 7 is always been my minimum number of elements. I'm absolutely turning that on its head and making 7 my maximum number of elements. That forces me into the minimalist area. And so it's going to be very, very important how I position things, design things, what I choose, and so forth. I'm still going to be working with scraps, and I'm still going to be designing the same way I've always done, but in a minimalist arena. Now, let me show you kind of what I'm talking about. This will be my first piece. I got some pins here. The this piece is 9 inches by 7 inches. That was the piece of batting I had, so I thought I'd just go with that. This is a piece of just burlap, rough natural tone burlap. This is a piece of skirting that was rescued and cut up. I love the colors, and I thought I can work with those because I have some things that would play with that well, I think. So now design. I'm going to be heavy on just an artistic design. In my mind, artistic design. A lot of these will end up being used in my upcycling projects. Some may be used as wall art, so forth and so on. But I'm really going to focus on the artistic design because I love that. I love trying to make things work out. And so here's my 7 elements. I have these 2. I have this little piece right here, this piece of fabric, these 2 little woven things, and this scrap that I had left over. And I said, okay, I'm going to do something with that. What am I going to do? So I'm going to go with my gut here and just play with this. Now I have a whole lot of this orangey fabric up here on the top and on the left. So it's weighting this piece down in that direction. In my mind, that is the dominant color, and it's weighting to the top and to the left. So I'm going to take this piece that's very close to that, and I believe I'm going to put it right there. And to me, that helps rebalance this piece when it comes to the color. Okay, now I have a balance to me across here. but I don't want just this big glob of orange here. So that's where I thought this piece and this piece would go well together. I can just tuck it up there, but I don't like that. I can come over and do half and half. I think I'll do 3/4 and a little bit like that. I kind of like that. Okay. All right. Now I need to find a place for this because it's pretty big. So I don't want to really put this color on this color. So let's turn it this way. And about the only place it can go is the long way. So let's let it do that. Let's just let it do that right there. Or what would happen if we centered it? No, I like it more weighted on that side. I'm going to pin this so it stays in place. Now I have these two little elements. That's all I've got left. So what am I going to do with them? I'm going to take off this little tail here. I'll leave that other one. What if I just let it play over the end? Not liking that too much. What if it combined these two? What would I do with this one? Let's take this one. Move it out here. Something like that. 7 elements. I wish I had 7 more. Oh, this is going to be hard for me. I feel like I need to cap that off down here. Let's just put that on there like that. And let this one just play on its own over here. Let's take these, put them down. Now we'll be hand stitching this. When I get it where I like it and I'm satisfied with it. And of course the stitching always improves a piece. This place really bothers me right here. But you know what? Once I get it stitched down, I believe it's going to be all right. This does not need to come all the way over. This is heavily weighted against this color. This is kind of counterbalancing the middle, everything. And these are just little doodad elements. I do believe that's going to be it. I'm going to stay with that design and I'm going to stitch that. All right. So that is going to be my first minimalist design for 2026 in slow stitching. And I will be stitching this, and then in my next video I'll show you the finished piece and start a new minimalist design. Boy, that's a mouthful for me. Okay, remember, 7 elements or less. All right, 7 or less. Do something with your scraps with 7 or less, and let's try to rebalance what we might have created in our own lives as creators. And that's an overwhelming sensation to make it bigger, better, more detailed. And now, don't get me wrong, I love my style. I love the mini layers. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would like to discover this other side. And because I do like minimalism art, I like it in home decor. I like it in many things. So I thought you would probably like it in your slow stitch designs if you try it out. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I hope you'll try this challenge with me during 2026. Okay. There are no guidelines or rules other than 7 elements or less. All right. That's all there is to it. Any slow stitch piece you make, any size out of anything, 7 elements or less. All right. And don't forget that I have a Cozy Makers Club now, separate from YouTube. We are really having a good time over there. A lot of content that will not be on my YouTube channel, you'll find there. We have all kinds of activities going on. It's a very social place where you can visit with people who get you, who get what you love, and you can share and all your projects, anything you want, to the level that you're comfortable with. But we've got like 84 members right now and plenty of room for growth because we have all kinds of things going on. And I think you'll find it not only encouraging, but you'll find it motivating and also very enlightening as to many new things that you could try to do in your chosen field here, with your fabrics and your threads and so forth and so on. And it's an international group, so we get to learn from ladies we have a big group from Australia, New Zealand, England. We have some from Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Brazil. Just really a fun group, okay? So don't forget that. You'll find the link to the Cozy Makers Club in the description of this video. So, all right, let me know what you think. Give me a comment and let me know. Are you going to try some minimalism this year with me? I hope you do. I think I'm going to need the encouragement. Till next time, stay scrap happy.